Welcome to the Fan2Fan Podcast 5 Minute Frights, wherein, give or take 5 minutes, we'll try to share something creepy, kooky, mysterious, spooky, something fun and frightful that you can add to your to-watch queue as we all get ready for Halloween season.
My name is Bernie Gonzalez, and
I am Pete. We've been talking about some horror movie recommendations as we get close to Halloween. Since this is Fan2Fan Podcast, we thought that we'd bring on some fans to give their opinions and their recommendations from some of their favorite horror movies. So today we have with us Graham, who is a huge horror fan, and he is here to talk about a fantastic movie, one of my favorites as well, Night of the Creeps.
The night of the formal is finally here.
Oh, I got good news and bad news, girl. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
Night of the Creeps. They are a new breed of terror.
They get in through your mouth, and you walk around while they incubate.
Night of the Creeps. If you scream, you're dead.
First question to you, Graham. When did you first see Night of the Creeps?
You know, I've been into horror for a while. This one was really under the radar. You know, I think I'd be lying if I tried to tell you how exactly I heard about it. But when I did, I knew I had to see it right away. So I did not get to experience it in its heyday, but it came late. And actually, I can remember the only way I could find a copy was I got it on eBay through VHS because it wasn't out on DVD at the time, I guess. And the fact that Fred Dekker I think it's one of his first movies, and he collaborated with Shane Black, great writer, and the two of them did the Monster Squad. And then, of course, Shane Black wrote the original draft of Predator and starred in Predator. Also, there's a great B-movie guy in it, Tom Atkins, and he kind of plays a co-lead in it, and he gives a great B-movie performance.
Fantastic. So, upon your first watching of Night of the Creeps, what about it made such a huge impression that you're here talking about it today?
B-movie, but laughable and just highly enjoyable. It's not an original idea about, slugs taking over your brain, but in terms of that genre, I would definitely say this is my favorite slugs taking over your brain movie and turning you into a zombie. And a little bit of trivia, the star of the movie, which is Jason Lively, he plays Rusty Griswold in European Vacation.
B-movies, always a good bet if done right, and Night of the Creeps is certainly done right. Alien slug invasion zombie movie, but it's kind of got like a little bit of that. I mean, it starts out in the 50s, but it's kind of got that little like 50s, the Blob type feel. You've got your grizzled detective that's seen it all, Tom Atkins, America's hero. Easy for this one to make a huge impression. Do you have a favorite part of Night of the Creeps? Is there one moment, one scene that stands out?
So it deals with Sorority Row, and the opening, as you said, it's in the 50s, but it's Sorority Row in black and white. And then the 80s starts, they cue the 80s music, and they're in present day 80s when the movie came out. So, it's a couple of nerds trying to get into a frat. Typical cliche frat guys don't want them in. Like a B version of Billy Zabka plays the main frat guy. So there's this night of this big formal. Most of the frat guys are all going to pick up their dates at the sorority house. So Tom Atkins says, the good news is your dates are here. The bad news is they're dead.
While sucking on a cigarette and literally like chewing on the scenery and the cigarette in that scene.
Yeah, and he's not sweating at all.
Do you remember the last time that you've seen this movie?
Yeah, last October. It almost cost me my marriage, but I wanted to watch 31 horror movies every night of October, and I did it, sometimes more than one a night.
I think I know the answer to this, but do you own a physical copy or digital media of Night of the Creeps?
I have Night of the Creeps on Blu-ray, and I think I got it for $9 on eBay or Amazon. Well worth it. It's got bonus material. It does have an alternate ending. The alternate ending is not worth watching.
All right, so our final question to you, Graham. It's October 30th. It's about 11 o'clock at night. We're tuning into AMC. They're having a horror marathon, and Night of the Creeps is about to come on. And I have not seen, nor has Bernie, seen Night of the Creeps before. In a short summary, can you sell us on, should we watch Night of the Creeps, or should we maybe turn in and get a good night's sleep?
I guess I'll be devil's advocate and say you maybe do want to turn in because you don't want to watch it not unedited. Maybe get it through Amazon or eBay, or maybe that $3.99 bin at Big Lots. And it's definitely worth watching, especially if you're a horror fan. And if you appreciate horror that knows what it is and is in on the joke, it's a perfect movie.